Hey everybody. Welcome to Detour Ahead. I come to you with some unfortunate news. Alex, she tragically passed away between last episode and now. It was a horrible saxophone accident. Nobody could have seen it coming. It was a great tragedy. Alex was a beautiful life who will be missed greatly. And this show can't continue on without her. So that's it. That's the end of the show. Alex has died in a horrible, violent. I already forget the instrument I said. I think trombone related accident. And she will be missed. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the folks at home who were expecting a fun comedy podcast, but due to a terrible, gory trombone related incident that won't be happening. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to inform you. And that's it. That's the end of the show.
How long are you gonna keep this going?
I was waiting for you to talk. Whoa, she's alive! Whoa!
I thought there was gonna be more. I thought you were gonna be like, "Oh, just kidding, haha," and give me.
No.
I thought you were gonna lead into like something here. I didn't think you were just gonna go radio silent.
No, I thought you died in the hospital. You survived your terrible, gory trombone incident.
I think it was sousaphone.
Oh, it was sousaphone. My bad. My bad.
No, you originally said saxophone.
Did I? It could be a whole number of instruments. And I couldn't keep the instrument straight. I was so
Look, an
horrified when they
entire
told me the
orchestra
truth.
took me out. The entire everything, whole thing took me out.
You got trampled by a fucking like high school band class.
Well, no, college,
Okay.
of age orchestra group.
What does that have to do with anything? They trampled you and killed you. What did their age have to do with it? It's not
Because I could take
sexual.
I could take high school band.
You could take an entire high school band, Alex, you think?
Yeah, I probably. I'm like 97.5% sure I could.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta leave a little bit of margin of error.
Yeah, I don't think I could fight anybody.
I
I
mean,
think I would probably lose a fight to like a 5-year-old.
nah, you'd win. The 5-year-old wouldn't be able to get you on the ground.
Yeah, but he'd be able to hit me really hard, and I'm the most sensitive man on the planet, so it would probably suck, and I would probably fall over myself from the rapid
You
blows
are
of
top heavy.
a 5-year-old. They
Why
come
are we
at you.
talking
They
about
come at you
kids?
fast. Those little fuckers. They'll kill you. You
They
won't even
will.
be
Give them
ready
a
for
knife.
it.
Give them a knife. That's why got to get rid of kids.
There was a 2-year-old with a
Get rid of
knife
them
in my
all.
house once. She just found it somewhere. It was a distressing moment.
What do you have? A knife? No.
Literally, that happens in my house. My mother's like friend's son came over to install an air conditioner for us, and he brought his kids. He had like a baby and like a toddler. And the toddler, I guess there was just a knife in my room somewhere. Like I probably like used it on some food and I did not properly put it in the sink. I just like left it on the floor somehow, or I left it on a desk and it found its way to the floor. And the toddler had the knife, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hey, hey. Give me that right now."
Oh my god. Terrible parent. Terrible parent.
Well, there's nothing to do with the parenting.
Your
He was
parenting.
what, taking the knife away?
Yeah.
Why?
Let them fuck around, find out.
Oh yeah, I get a knife related injury. They'll never do that shit again.
Yeah, they'll never touch another one again. They hurt themselves, they'll never do that again, ever.
They'll develop PTSD, and then suddenly they can't eat steak
Exactly.
because they won't cut the steak because they won't touch the knife.
Exactly. You're saving cows now.
I couldn't wish that existence upon somebody. Listen, man, I understand. I get it, folks. Animals dying, sad. If I could, I feel like if I were presented, if fucking a deity came down to me and said, simply push this button and you will eradicate the meat industry and nobody will ever eat meat again, I probably would feel like obligated to press that button. But in this world where it's not going to happen, because not enough people, even if there were enough people motivated, it's never going to put a big enough dent in the meat market to just end it, as some of these people wish that it could. I would not wish a steakless existence on anybody who desired steak. To be
Yeah.
honest, I am a big steak man. I'll eat a steak. Steak is probably, I don't know if it's my favorite food. It's definitely in the running.
Can you tell
It
the
it
difference between a $20 steak and a $30 steak?
I don't think I've ever eaten a steak that was actually like expensive compared to
Mr.
other
Big Steak
steak.
Man over here can't
The
even
only
tell the
the only
difference.
places I've had steaks are like Longhorn and Outback,
Can't
Chili's
tell the difference
ones,
between a shitty steak and a good steak. Wow. Can't
uh,
believe
f-
you.
fucking local places that have decent price steak that's not very expensive. So I've never been to a Pacific Dining Car type establishment where they're charging fucking crazy money for steaks.
Isn't Pacific Dining Car not a thing anymore?
Yeah, I think they got rid of it.
These are rough times, Riley. These are
I
rough
know.
times.
Rough
Rough out
times we live
there.
in today.
It's rough out there, man.
It's rough out here in these streets. That's what they say.
What streets? Which ones?
Uh, them, those
You
ones.
had to pause for a second. I could tell your brain was immediately like, "Oh, my street."
Yeah, let me dox myself real quick.
I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Gotta
Don't
do
say that.
just gotta do a little digging. Nah, it's
little,
alright.
little bit
The
of
streets are
digging.
rough. It's rough out there. You gotta be safe. You gotta be
Gotta
careful.
be safe. Gotta be okay.
You could run into
Sometimes, especially
some
when
trouble.
these streets can seem pretty dangerous, especially when you have taken way too many edibles. As may or may not have happened to me.
Speaking of which, that actually leads me into the first thing I wanted to talk about today.
Okay.
Issue 1 and issue 2 were voted yes on in Ohio.
Oh yeah, weed, right? I heard about that.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Yes, sir.
Out here with the Mary Jane.
Now, I don't partake, but I know a lot of people in the state are happy, and a lot of people are not happy about it. It's very 50-50.
A lot of old shitty boomers are not happy about it. Fucking grandpas out here. Fucking geriatric ass. Probably can't even walk. Probably in a wheelchair. What a fucking pussy.
Sounds like you gotta teach them a lesson.
I'll beat the shit out of him, I think. I'll beat the shit out of an old man in a wheelchair. I don't think I won't.
Okay, calm down.
Old man in a wheelchair is like, the marijuana bad. I'll fucking face punched. Easy.
Easy?
Can't even escape me.
What if it's like a veteran? Would you punch a veteran?
Uh,
He's
Depends on the
old.
war.
He's old. World War II.
Are there even people still alive from that war?
Yeah,
Probably not.
you could be 100.
Probably not World War II.
What
If it
about
was
like
If it was Vietnam, I'd punch him twice.
why?
That war sucked.
Yeah? Are you just salty because we lost?
No, I'm salty because we killed a bunch of civilians, Alex.
What about like Iraq War?
I don't know enough about the Iraq War.
It was the 9/11 one.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's why we went there.
What? Because of 9/11 we went there?
Mhm.
I see. I see.
All right, we're getting off track. Anyway, yeah, uh people in Ohio voted to make marijuana legal. Like I said, I don't really care either way, but I know a lot of people are happy about it. But you down there in Funtime Disneyland, You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
What are you talking about? Weed's not even legal here.
It's not.
No.
So you're a criminal.
It's medically legal. No, because I do the fake shit that you can sell legally.
What, CBD?
No, not C. It's like one step up from CBD. It's like Delta 8 THC.
Ah, lame. What a loser. I'm kidding. All right. Um. Yeah. So that happened. Let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened this week that I wanted to talk about. That was in the news. I wrote. Fuck, dude. I wrote down shit. Hold on. Where's my notes? Where's my notes from the past week?
Did you delete them? Did you forget to save them?
No. All right. I got a new story for you. Okay.
Okay.
It's from a
From
month ago.
GamesIndustry.biz, written by Rebecca Valentine.
Oh, fuck off. No, this is I don't care where it's found, but obviously you can go look it up. I don't care where it's found.
Shout
I
out
just
to our
wrote
girl
it down
Rebecca
myself.
Valentine. Carried the content of our podcast for probably multiple years.
She's a great writer too.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
All right, you want to hear about this?
Sure.
All right, excuse me. Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right, a woman recently filed a lawsuit against the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Half Moon Bay, California, describing her stay as humiliating and ending in horror. Alongside her husband, she stayed at the hotel for a 4-night trip. The lawsuit, filed on October 12th, outlines charges including assault, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligence, and loss of consortium. The disturbing incident revolves around her claim of consuming semen-contaminated water provided by the hotel. Have you heard about this?
What?
Mm-hmm. Semen-contaminated water from the hotel.
Gross.
The couple had requested water bottles from the front desk, which were promptly delivered. However, she only drank the water in the middle of the night and immediately sensed that something was amiss with the liquid. The Ritz-Carlton reportedly sent the water bottle for testing, which allegedly confirmed the presence of semen. Despite this confirmation, the lawsuit asserts that the hotel is refusing to provide the bottle or a copy of the test results to the authorities. In response to the traumatic experience, Marriott, the parent company of the Ritz-Carlton, has allegedly offered the couple only a few measly Marriott reward points, and that is it.
I see.
Yeah, I found this the other day. I was like, "This is great." I feel like it's
No. You don't
messing with
need to
her.
see the test results. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Just believe us, bro. Nothing
Just
happened.
believe us. Nah, it's fine. There's nothing in there. But like the test results, they allegedly it did test positive.
Fucking Goon and Charlie over here, just fucking coming right into the fucking well.
My theory is the husband had nowhere to go, so he grabbed a water
Oh
bottle.
shit, dog.
And then he got caught, and he's just like, "Oh, it was the fucking hotel, man, ma'am,
That's smart.
wife, hon. It was the hotel. I don't know what's going on. Let's
That
sue
is
him. Let's get a bunch of money."
That is a vibe when you got nowhere to go. I understand.
It is.
I was on a trip for 5 days, and that was a problem.
How was your trip? Was it nice? I forgot you
Yeah.
were on a trip.
It was nice.
Probably cold, huh? It's been cold up. It's
Not
been cold
as
up here.
cold as you would think. And
Well,
I
I
loved
mean, as I
every
would
second
think,
of
I'm
it.
assuming it's cold because it's cold where I am, and you went north of me.
It was only like the lowest it got while I was there was like mid 40s.
That's pretty cold compared to Florida.
Yeah. I like it though.
That's not bad. Anyway, I
Very
found that
nice.
really interesting. I thought it was funny. I had a theory that the husband just went and came in the water bottle, and then his wife drank it, and he was like, "Oh shit, how do I explain this?"
Ah, shit. Fuck.
The dude's just got nowhere to go, and he's just like,
Just
"Wow."
empty the
I mean,
water bottle and throw it away afterward, dude. Come
that's what
on.
I was thinking too. I'm like, it was the middle of the night, so maybe he had just done it, and he was like, "Well, My wife doesn't give me any. Give me the water bottle. But like she would have known that it was like I don't know. It's very weird. I tried to look up to see how the lawsuit was going to see if anything happened, and I can't find anything else on it. So I hope they get money. It's a great way to get money. But you know,
A great way to get money.
um, let's see.
It's not how you should frame it.
It's a good way to get money through the hotel.
Okay.
Um, were you around for early YouTube days?
Define
Early, early,
early.
early,
No.
like 2000s.
I probably was on YouTube in like 2009, maybe. Would have been when I first discovered it.
Okay, okay,
Maybe closer to like 2010, 2011 now that I think about it.
okay. Do you know
It's like
the
kind of early, but not early early. What do I know?
All right, Riley. Did you ever see the video of the Numa Numa guy, the really fat dude with his arms like in the air and from the early 2000s? One of the first viral videos to come about.
See, I've heard of it, but I don't know if I've seen it.
But you know what I'm talking about, though.
I'm aware of what you're referring to, yes.
Okay. Well, a legend has come back 20, like almost 2 decades later. He went and made, same dude went and put out the same video and recreated it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's not as good as the first one, obviously, because he's just trying to recreate it, but
Nyan Cat also came back. Did you hear about that one?
Nyan Cat is back.
Yeah, the Nyan Cat, the official Nyan Cat channel, which has only had the one video since it came out fucking 18 years ago, just posted a random ass fucking support Palestine video, free Palestine video. The only other
Hold
video
on.
on the channel, 18 years apart from the last one, or however many years it's been.
Okay, I'm not even gonna try because there's so many. I can't. I'm not even gonna try looking this up. I'm not gonna double check your sources here. I'm just gonna trust that you're right on this one.
My source is bro trust. Is it not that? I feel like it shouldn't be that hard to just find. I feel like it's probably one of the first results.
No, the first result is literally the Nyan Cat 10 hours.
Nyan Cat original. Let's see it. This is hard
Hard.
to find things. Oh shit. The Nyan Cat Free Palestine controversy seems to be growing as people find out about it. The channel that hosted the original Nyan Cat video with almost 300 million views is now named Meow, with a description that reads, "The meme you seek has been forcibly displaced by the copyright holder Chris Torres. The creator of the Nyan Cat animation has started directing people to his own upload of the video, and as people find out about the situation, some are outraged over what has happened." So I guess this did happen, and then some other shit went down.
That's wild. I'm waiting for people like um I I I think it's cool for some of these old YouTube stars to come back.
The reunification of Smosh was the highlight of the year, I think.
I predict for 24.
Dick and Maddox
No, no, no,
return.
no, 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 never. That will never
We
happen.
fire Vito and get Maddox back.
That would be nice, but I don't think that'll ever
Wow.
happen.
Wow. Could you say that about Vito?
Vito doesn't have the same chemistry as they did before.
That's fair.
Vito doesn't fight back as much. I'm still in the early days though. I think I just passed 30.
Okay. I don't remember how much I pumped the playlist up. I think I bought it to like 40, something in that realm.
Let's double check. 42 and 310,
There you go. You're getting to the
which
big 300 of the Dick Show. Are you already there? How close
I'm
are
at
you?
298.
Okay. Well, I say the big 300. In reality, it was the big 299 and not
I
as
know,
big of a 300 as I found out.
because they skipped
Uh,
a week, so it was Road Rage 299.
as I found out when I decided that it would be a good idea to bring back the Dickheads podcast for a week with Mo Diggity for episode 300. And then I realized upon listening to episode 300 that they weren't doing anything special and that 299 was the big one and that I should have done it the week before. But we live and we learn.
So has there not been another iteration since of the Dickheads podcast?
Yeah, that was the last one. Was me and Mo, and we did. We were somewhere in the mid 200s, and then we stopped for a long time. Not even the mid 200s, I think, like maybe the early 200s, and then we brought it back once for the episode 300 celebration, and that was the last time that a Dickheads podcast has occurred.
Well, I'm on track to finish by the end of the year, so that should be good. We should be fine to start it back up again if you'd want to.
Unless fucking Cameron Clark and Beth snipe us, they're talking, they're rumbling in there.
Am I gonna have to speed it up, or am I gonna have to go back on my word and we just start it now?
I mean, if they beat us to it, we'll just do a different name. But like, I doubt they're actually gonna do it. Honestly,
We'll see. We'll play it by ear. I mean, if it happens in the next 2 months, it wasn't meant to be. But I'm on track to finish everything by the end of the year. So
well, there you go. God, you're gonna win this fucking bet. Did we wager something? Was there a stipulation to this bet?
if I win, you fly up here. If I lose, I fly down there.
Yeah.
Now both are gonna happen, but it was just first time. I go down there. If I lose,
Oh
chances
shit.
are if I lose, I have to go down there. If I win, you have to come up here.
I forgot that like the price of plane tickets are at stake. I need to drop all other podcasts immediately. I need to fucking
This is like look, you realize this is like a $600 to $800 bet.
yeah. I didn't really think about it that way because I kind of, as we just
It's
realized,
not
I
next
completely
year
forgot
though.
what we
This is not
wagered.
like once I finish up, you have to fly out here immediately. That's not how
Yeah,
this
I
works.
know, but still.
I'll be reasonable. You could literally, it could be August of next year, and you're like, I finally got money. I'm coming up, but I will not fly down. I'll probably fly first
Anyway, even if you win.
because I got family down there. So like,
Ah, true.
because I think the family is, like 2 hours away from you, maybe.
Yeah, because I think weren't you down here like last year and we didn't get to meet up? That
Or
might have been somebody else. No,
maybe
that was
because I
Robin.
said 2 hours. I'm not gonna say where I was because you don't want your shit out there. So, but
You know, it was Robin who came down here. We didn't get to hang out because I didn't have any money.
that's a shame.
And also because neither of us drive. And we were hoping that Mo was also going to come down and he was going to drive. But then Mo could not swing it.
See, I'd have to rent a car. So by the time I actually do fly down, I gotta be old enough because I'm not old enough yet.
Wait, how old are you? I thought you were like 26.
I'm 25.
You
I'm
are old
almost there.
enough.
No, is it? I don't know. I don't care.
It's 25.
I don't care. I got my own car.
That's the last unlockable. You have the right to kill yourself now, according to my logic.
It's not the last unlockable. It's the last unlockable for a while.
What do you unlock further down the line?
Your AARP card when you're old.
Okay, okay.
It's the last unlockable. You get a big party at 40, but you don't unlock anything.
Yeah, it's pretty
I am gonna
lame.
get buffed when I turn 26, though. No more insurance.
Damn.
I'm gonna get debuffed. I'm gonna get nerfed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get nerfed for a bit. It's alright. Just don't do anything stupid. That'll end me up in the hospital. But if I do go to the hospital, you know you're gonna see a video on the channel. Because that's how you get views. The title, so I did something stupid, dot dot dot.
and the thumbnail's just like you with a fucking little thing in your nut, like full on fucking the hospital up.
Oh, like deathly sick and dying. Yeah. You could have someone like go and put makeup all over my face, make my eyes bloodshot, just look like I'm super sleep deprived and everything.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
man. So do you have a topic for today? What's been well, first off, uh outside of the trip, what was did you do anything fun on your trip or no?
I mean, it was pretty low key. We weren't really swinging big or anything. Uh, Obviously, we went there to do the burial for my grandmother, which was ridiculous, and the planning leading up to it was ridiculous. And then we got to the cemetery, and my aunt forgot the urn. So we're all just fucking parked in the middle of the fucking cemetery, all freaking out because we don't have the guest of honor has yet to arrive. My aunt had to
Did you
go
go get it?
back. What?
Where was it?
It was at her house, which thankfully was not very far.
Oh,
But
okay. I'm glad it's not like down in Florida or something like
no,
that.
no, 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 no. The ashes went to Massachusetts very quickly.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know that it
Yeah,
wasn't a complete disaster.
yeah. So we're all like freaking out, but she came back with the urn. We did the thing. My sister's dad, who is not my dad, we have different dads. My sister's dad was like, first he was being like weirdly short with my mom, then he was like hitting on my mom, then he had to leave because his blood sugar spiked because he's diabetic. It was a whirlwind time from that man. I didn't even realize who he was at first. I've met him, I'm sure, but I was very young when I met him,
Yeah.
and I just assume he's some uncle or something. Because there's like fucking a million uncles there that I don't recognize, like uncles and cousins and shit.
All
So
half
I,
dads.
so so I just assume he's just like some uncle. Like I shook his hand. His name was on his jacket, but like that could be any fucking guy. I don't know if I have an uncle with that name, but it turns out it was him. And I guess when they first encountered each other, he was kind of like short with her, and then at some point he hugged her, and he said, and I quote, "That's 180 pounds of pure muscle."
Excuse me?
That's what my sister's dad said to my mom.
Gee, okay.
So he's trying to run some game. And then he had to leave early because his blood sugar shot up. But he said he said, "I think it's your fault," to my mom. So that was the fun story of my sister's dad at the funeral.
How'd the flight go?
That was fine.
Are you the one who doesn't like flying or is that Penguin?
It might be Penguin. I mean, I'm kind of like freaked out by it, but I've been doing it my whole life, so
It might have been. I don't know.
just got to deal with it.
I mean, I don't like flying either. If I can avoid it, I will.
I was kind of jammed into the plane because the fucking website we got our plane tickets through is fucking bullshit. And first of all, they fucked up our tickets, which we almost were like, oh shit, are we not going to be able to go? Because they fucked up our tickets and we didn't know until like fucking 3 days before we were supposed to leave. And they fixed that, but we paid a bunch of extra money to have like the extra legroom seats because I don't fit right in regular ass airplane seats.
Yeah.
And we paid for that shit, and nobody knew what we were talking about. And we didn't get it. So I had to fucking jam into a fucking airplane seat. On one of the flight, I flew different airlines both ways. I flew JetBlue there, and I flew Spirit back.
Ooh, how was
Um,
Spirit? How was that?
Spirit sucked.
Yeah, it's the cheap one, buddy.
The seats were very poorly designed. Funnily enough, the seatbelt fit on Spirit. It did not on JetBlue. On
You
JetBlue,
didn't
I
need a
had to.
second one?
No, the Spirit one just barely fucking made it without the seatbelt extender.
Wow.
But on JetBlue, I did have to ask for one, and I couldn't even get it to clip, so I just like didn't have a seatbelt on that whole flight.
Could have died.
What's a fucking seatbelt gonna do on a plane?
Fucking nothing. It's gonna keep you in your
What
seat.
is it
That's all.
there for? What do you even need a seatbelt for on a plane? Because if you're in a situation where like a situation that would help you in a car if you had a seatbelt, you're just gonna die either way if that happens in a plane. Like what's a seatbelt gonna do?
That is fair. Yeah. I don't
I
know if
guess
you
I
noticed the
guess there's a
subtle
lot of
thing I did
turbulence. You could fall and shit. No, what's the subtle thing you did?
on last week's video in the description on the YouTubes.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
I copied and pasted everything you did, capitalized the E in episode. I did everything you wanted me to.
Yeah.
And then right at the end, I put hashtag burn the semicolon.
Yes.
Do you have to pay anybody?
Yes. No, I don't. I didn't get any burn the semicolon submissions. No,
Was that a
still
1 week deal or is that still up?
still on the table. The $20 limit stands. So the
Whoa,
first
whoa,
four.
whoa. There was no $20 limit last week, buddy.
Yes, there was. I said that I would give $5 to anybody who burned the semicolon up to like $20 because I'm not rich. So
Okay.
the first four people who take the semicolon off of their keyboard and burn it and send me a video, I will PayPal $5 to. That is still on the table.
My God. Yeah, burn that semicolon. Hashtag make Riely poor again.
I got to see my dad's fucking freakish ass foot. I don't know if I've talked about that on the show. I feel like I've had to have, at least on A's show.
I don't think
But
so.
for those who don't know, my father lost two of his toes. And I had no idea what toes they were prior to this, because I hadn't seen my father in like 8 years. I saw him on this trip. First of all, he is missing all of the teeth from the top of his mouth, just all of them. Just the whole top row is gone. So that's funny. And also, I knew that he had lost two toes. I didn't know which ones or if they were on the same foot or whatever. I knew no details about the toes. And I got to see it, and it was the big toe and the next immediate toe on the same foot, and it looked pretty freakish. And then the next toe was like all curled because it didn't have like the other toes to like balance it, so it got all curled and fucked up.
That's wild.
It was pretty gnarly.
That's wild, bro. But
So yeah,
anyway, I'm glad your trip went well.
my father's over there deteriorating. I got him into Breaking Bad.
Oh, did you really?
I did.
Does he know how to use Discord? Do you want to bring him on for
Yo,
for, for Breaking Bad 2 Electric Boogaloo?
let's go. But yeah, he lives with his sister. And his only TV is like a fucking antenna TV. But his sister happened to leave for the weekend. So we got to use her TV that has Netflix. I showed my dad Breaking Bad, and he really enjoyed it. He
Good for all ages.
watched like 4 episodes after I went to bed.
Really?
Yeah, he was into it.
That's good. Speaking of which, how's Better Call Saul going for you?
1 episode into season 4.
Okay.
I finished the third season.
So you're halfway.
Season 4 is one of the seasons I get to listen to podcasts along with, like I do Power Rangers. Cause Mumkey Jones did a show for season 4 and then season 6, not season 5, because that was when his silliness was going on. But 4 and 6 he did.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know he covered Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul.
He did, and recently he covered all of Breaking Bad. He did a Breaking Bad rewatch podcast.
What is that on his new YouTube?
Yeah, Simeon Jimmy's Treehouse.
Look, I haven't been watching much YouTube, so I'm gonna have to get back on it at some point.
Yeah.
Did you end up watching did you check out any of the videos I put out on YouTube at all or no?
I did not.
I put out 2 new videos.
I saw one of them had meow meow cats in the thumbnail.
The Scruffy Boys.
The Scruffy Boys.
Yeah, it's the Scruffy Boys. Yep, you got Street Bear and you got Scruffy Boy.
The Rough and
I
Scruff
gotta get.
Boys.
I gotta go put the other ones out. I gotta go finish editing the rest of them. All right. Do you have a topic for us to talk about today?
Didn't you have a topic?
What was it?
Or did you want me to introduce the topic that you did? You just want me to introduce it. You want to talk about
Me.
empires, right?
I didn't do any research on the topic that I suggested.
Ah, fuck.
Mainly because I completely forgot, which is why I was asking you.
I guess I'll just try to talk more about my trip then, and we'll
Yeah,
make that the
Riley,
topic.
yeah, make that your topic. And we could do Riley's big adventure this time.
There you go.
Perfect. Easy
So
peasy.
I went to Massachusetts. I spent 5 days there, not 5 full days, 3 full days, and then the day that we went there and the day that we left. But the first trial. This is an am I the asshole situation, okay? You did answer the question. I was trying to think if I've done this bit on a show already, but no, because Demi hasn't been on a show in 2 months, and it was Demi I did this with. So I've not done this on air. So am I the asshole in this situation, right? So let me lay it out for you. So I have freakishly big feet, and it is notoriously hard
Aren't you
to
supposed to start
find.
it off with I M parentheses M 26 21?
Oh yeah, yes, I am 21. Have have
You gotta stick with the format.
I have freakishly large feet, so it is notoriously difficult to find shoes that fit me. And as a result, I've developed this sort of complex where like I when I'm scared when shoes don't fit because it's always like a big like it induces anger because it's so hard to find shoes of my size that when you buy them and they don't fit and the person who buys them always gets pissed off. So I kind of just like say that they fit and then hope they get broke in, which a lot of the times they do. But the most recent pair I had that didn't fit, I put them on. They were very tight, but I just put them on, so I'm like they'll probably be fine. And then the next time I wore them, which happened to be several months later, they fucked my feet up, bro. So I was like, nah, I can't wear these. And we were past the Amazon return window. So my mother was just out like $40 on these sneakers or whatever she paid for them.
Damn, that
Uh,
sucks.
so the
It's
next,
happened to me a couple times.
so she bought me sneakers for this trip, and I tried the sneakers on. And as far as I could tell, like walking around the house and shit for the 5 minutes I had them on, trying them on, they were fine completely. Like they weren't even that tight. They were tight-ish, but like it was the amount of tight that's like, yeah, this will definitely just kind of like settle. Like it was the little tiny bit tight, but other than that, it was fine. Like they felt like they fit perfectly. But I was told not to wear them from that point up until when we went on the trip. So I did that, and then we left on the trip. And when I realized walking around in these shoes for several hours was that they were too tight around my pinky toes and they were rubbing and causing blisters on my pinky toes. So I got to endure that throughout the airport and shit, and on the plane where my feet were like crammed into this tiny little airplane seat situation. So my pinky toes were having a rough day. And I was scared to say anything, obviously, because I know that it's gonna cause a big incident. And eventually I finally did say something. I was like, we were already in Massachusetts at this point. We were like in a makeup store because my mother left her makeup bag at home, so she went to go buy some makeup. And I asked, like, did you buy these shoes on Amazon? And she's like, no, I bought them at this store. Why? And I'm
Um,
like, yeah, because they don't really fit. They be rubbing up on my pinky toes. And she's mad. She's all grumbling. She's grumbling when we get back to the car, which my aunt came to pick us up. And she's like grumbling about me and my shoes and how she's out money again for shoes. And she's like, "Are you just gonna have to buy shoes?" And now I had about like $250 going into this trip. But I was under the impression that I was going to have to pay for every meal that I ate. So I figured that $250 was, even that was like pushing it. Like I might be fucked. Because like we were probably going to go to restaurants for almost every meal because we're out on vacation and shit. So I don't want to buy shoes because they're expensive as not expensive as hell, like $50 or something, but expensive enough that it would put a dent in there. So now I'm just facing down the barrel of just dealing with my pinky toes, just having the skin ripped off of them as this trip progressed, or buying
You don't
shoes.
need your pinky toes though.
No,
Like you could have done away with them, just cut them off,
just
and
cut
your
them right
shoes would have
off.
fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
And
I'm
then
sure you would have been fine.
my aunt said, "Do you want me to buy you shoes?" And I was like, "Yes." And my mother grumbled, "Fucking asshole," under her breath. So am I the asshole for accepting my aunt's gracious offer to buy me shoes?
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're no. I
Am
feel like
I?
your mom would be for not offering to buy her son shoes.
Well, she already bought me shoes.
So buy
Because
them again.
she's already lost the money on two pairs of shoes that I said fit and
Two,
didn't.
two. Excuse me.
Well, yeah, that pair from a few months ago that I described, and then
I
the
thought
pair
those
for
were
the
the same
trip.
ones.
No, the first pair I described were from months ago, and then this pair, because the first pair were bought on Amazon, and
Yeah.
the return windows on Amazon are pretty big, but we missed them because I didn't put those shoes on for several months. Whereas these shoes, they would have been within Amazon return window, which is why that's the question I asked, but she did not buy them on Amazon, so they cannot be returned either. Yeah, my aunt bought me shoes. We went into fucking Burlington, and they had all these weird fucking shoe sizes that I wear a 15 wide, and they had about every other shoe size in existence besides 15 wide. And what I ended up getting was a size 17.
Jesus.
Because it evened out that the shoe is, it's not too much, it's not like I'm working with half shoe. Half shoe is not filled. It's just there's a little bit of space at the top, and that allows my toes to breathe. So it was a good enough alternative to having the wide shoe. So yeah, now my current shoes are size 17.
So you have shoes now,
I do.
right? Okay. We'll make sure that you're not running around shoeless.
No, my aunt bought me fucking giant fucking Sasquatch shoes.
Do they fit?
Yes.
Are they big?
Yes. Well, not too big. Not as big as you'd expect.
What size shoe do you wear?
15 wide.
Jesus. Right. Oh my god.
Yeah, 15 wide is my regular size, so the two extra sizes of long made up for the width because my toes are in a more breathable position.
Well, okay. All right. Like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, now I
I'm
got
just
some.
amazed at how big your feet are.
Yeah, I've got fucking crazy ass Sasquatch feet. But yeah, so I got.
For context, Riley, for context, I wear a 9, sometimes 8.5. I have tiny little baby feet.
No, even it was always like I got my big feet from my dad, but even my dad was shocked. Like he's like a size like 12. So he was shocked too. But so we get there, we hang around with my aunt, we go to some like bar and grill. We meet up with one of my mother's friends who was fun. She was cool. She's a little bit overbearing, and she had a freakish nose.
Really?
Just a really bit like a witch, literally a witch nose.
Did you say
Like
something about it?
I did not.
Oh, oh, come
I
on.
didn't want to offend my mother's friend, but I
You
made a
should
joke
have.
about it when we got back to the car, but I don't know if my mother or my aunt even got what I said. I said we got in the car and I was like, you know, Mom, I'm always impressed by all these interesting characters you knows. I mean, no.
I feel like if you would have continued, you would have got hit though.
Yeah, I did get yelled at for making some mean jokes at my mother's expense.
At your mom's expense?
Yeah, she talked about getting locked up in a mental hospital briefly, like 30 years ago. And I said that letting her out was their first mistake.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't get hit.
Nah, nah, nah.
Nah, see, a good comeback for that is, wow, that makes me know myself so much better now. You gotta take the fall on jokes like that.
Yeah, sometimes.
Make the joke at your expense while also commenting on the situation. That's how it works. That's how you get the best results for jokes. Or you could literally just be like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Just short, sweet, and simple.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
um,
good one. That's a smart one. That's what I should have said. That's a good
what?
subtle joke.
You always got to go with the subtle jokes.
Like, oh yeah, that tracks. That makes sense.
The subtle ones, if caught, hurt the most.
That's genius. But I stayed at my aunt's house for, I guess, not the majority of the trip, but the part of the trip that I spent like hanging out with the whole family. I stayed at my aunt's house. And she had this big old fluffy doggo. She had a labradoodle,
Oh my goodness.
a combination of a labrador and a poodle.
You
He
have
was
to
a
clarify.
he was a big boy. His name was Gazoo.
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 Do you have pictures?
I do not have pictures,
Wow.
unfortunately. My camera sucks.
I
But
don't care. I'm mad at you now. Ladies and
uh,
gentlemen, this has been the end of the podcast.
yeah, the end of the whole
I can't
thing.
continue anymore. I didn't get a
Our
picture of the
artistic
dog.
differences, and we all know what that means. Uh, but
I'm
but
gonna go to jail, and Riely won't be able to continue.
but good old Gazoo, he was adorable, and I loved him, and he loved me. The
I
one
bet he was
problem
adorable.
though, shut up. The one problem with Gazoo though was he's just so obsessed with his goddamn ball. He
Oh,
always
I would
wants to
guess that he
catch
doesn't
the
like getting
ball.
pictures taken.
He always wants. Shut up. You know, he always wants
You
to
failed.
catch
You
the
failed
ball.
me.
He wants you to throw the ball. He's all about this fucking ball. He keeps dropping it to you. He'll bark at you if you don't throw it back to him. 'Cause it keeps fucking dropping this slimy ass ball in my hands, and I'm like, Gazoo, enough with the ball. We're done with the ball. But he won't get. I had to hide a ball on him. I had to like slip it under my shirt while he wasn't around, and then like subtly slip it into a drawer.
With dogs, you are never done with the ball. The ball will be there forever.
Forever ball.
Forever ball. You picked it up and you gave it to him. That's your first mistake.
Yeah, Gazoo was full of energy. I also felt bad because I also had like this really old, like really nice looking pretty cat, but she's old and she apparently has like breast cancer, and they're just that she's gonna get put to sleep soon, so she's like
Oh.
sick.
You get pictures of the
Um,
cat?
no,
Oh.
I
She
saw
probably
the
doesn't like
cat
the
for
family
about
either.
2 minutes, collectively during the trip. But I felt so bad because this fucking energetic ass puppy is like trying to get at her, and I'm like, Kazoo, stop, let her be. She's just trying to like get from one place to the other, and Kazoo's like coming at, not like meanly. Kazoo just wants to play with his friend. But his friend is currently dying of breast cancer and probably is not very in a playful mood. And she's trying to just like go to another room, but she has to pass Gazoo to do it, and Gazoo keeps coming at her, and I'm like holding this giant ass dog back, like, come on, just let her go. Leave her alone. Dog was something else.
Probably a good boy though.
My other aunt, who I did not stay with, but I did, we went to her house before and after the burial service. She had a little dog. I don't know if I guess it was a Chihuahua, maybe like a Chihuahua mix of some sort. It was a tiny dog. She was very chubby though. Her name was Lucy, and she was very cute. I called her Stumpy because
Stumpy?
she's just so like fat, and she's just running around on her little legs. She's a little stumpy. I love that dog. I love all dogs. I'm glad that this trip had some doggos to offer me. I was hoping my father had some sort of pet in the house, but he did not, unfortunately. But yeah, I spent Thursday night there and Friday night there at my aunt's, and then Saturday was the burial. We did that. I saw a bunch of family that I didn't recognize, and I got to feel bad because I didn't recognize an uncle who I was apparently very close to when I was young, and I felt bad about that. It eventually came to me, and I told him that, but I don't know if he believes me. I don't know if he believes that I remember him now, but it did come back eventually. And it was weird because I remembered his wife immediately. Like I remembered my aunt. Just like the face was super familiar, and immediately I was like, "Yes, I have met you before." But the uncle I did not recognize right away. And then my other uncle, who I know, like who I've spent enough time with he is a known character that I'm not gonna forget about. I didn't recognize him because he looks so different. His hair's grayer and he like is neater. He used to be kind of a little bit uncouth, but now he's very neat. And his hair's grayer because he's getting older. And he pulled the "Who am I" on me, and I didn't know. And when he
I hate
said
when people do that.
when he said who he was, I was like, I know you. I didn't recognize you. What the heck? I know
Man, that
you.
happens at every family reunion or around the holidays. Oh, I know you. Do you remember me? And you just gotta stand there dumbfounded, like I've never seen this person in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Or the big classic one is, oh, I remember when you were just a little guy.
But like I know this guy. Like it felt so weird because like I know this guy. I remember this guy very clearly. He just looked different, and I didn't recognize
Oh
him.
yeah, that's how it happens. You vaguely remember them, even if it's been like 10 years. You vaguely remember them, but then you're just like, they're like, oh, do you remember me? And you're just like, oh no, I have no idea who you are.
I'm sad I didn't get to see. There were less people at the burial than there should have been. Saturday was probably a bad day for it. There were a lot of people who couldn't make it. I didn't get to see. Uh, I wanted to see my fucking baby cousin, and by baby cousin I mean she's probably pretty old at this point. I'm trying to remember because I was there. I went to like her like congratulations, you have a baby now party when she was born. But I was pretty young, and now I'm not pretty young, so she's got to be like getting up there now. She's probably like 15 or some shit, which is fucking insane. Because the last time I saw her, she was like 9 or 10. I didn't get to see her. It's unfortunate. I've missed her twice now. Because the first time, fucking Noah, piece of shit. Fuck Noah. All my homies hate Noah. My old buddy Noah. You've heard him on a couple podcasts if you've been a long time fan. He used to be a local friend, but he moved, and now I occasionally chat with him over the internet. Not so much since I learned that he's like a raging awful transphobe. But besides the point, fucking Noah. This whole thing spot. So Noah moved in next door to my other friend Silas, and I was at Silas's house when he like first got there and started packing in. And he came over to ask for a roll of toilet paper. And from this roll of toilet paper, Silas's grandfather drags us into helping them move their shit inside, which then further evolves into us going fucking an hour away to their storage unit to load more stuff in. And then I find out while I'm there, pissed that I'm even there. My feet hurt. It sucks. All he wanted was a roll of toilet paper. What am I even doing here? And I find out that my fucking uncle and baby cousin are at my grandmother's house, and they just like made a surprise appearance, and I'm not gonna be able to make it to them because I'm too far up.
That's crazy.
Fucking Noah and his goddamn toilet paper.
How were the restaurants that you went to? I'm assuming you guys ate out a little bit.
Yeah, we went to a few places.
Was there one or two that stood out?
The first bar and grill we went to, uh, I got like buffalo wings and they sucked. But I picked on some other food from other people at the table that was pretty good, so it seemed like it was a good place. I just made the wrong choice. The buffalo sauce was just like nothing, pretty much. It was fucking oil, basically.
Oh no, like an
Yeah,
actual sauce, wet. That's gross. I'm sorry that happened to you.
but so yeah, that sucked. But I snagged some Cajun wings from my mom's friend and like a chicken strip from my aunt, and those were pretty good. So I just picked wrong. Apparently, this place has like bomb ass French onion soup, and my aunt ordered it, and it looked amazing. And I don't know why I didn't order it. It said like on the door, like the best French onion soup and wherever. And I should have just like I should have listened. Should have listened. But where else did we go? Oh, I went to a sub shop, and this whole time in I guess in Massachusetts they're really into roast beef sauce and cheese sandwiches. This whole time, I'm hearing about how I have to get a roast beef sauce and cheese sandwich. So I got that at the sub shop, and I was expecting it to be hot, and it was not, and it was a very strange experience. It was an okay sandwich. Like I was not blown away by it, but it wasn't bad. But I was expecting it to be hot, and it was not at all. So
Yeah,
that
I
was
went to
was interesting.
I had my own little trip this past weekend. Um
Ooh, where'd you go?
just down to Columbus, not far, a couple hours away. I had my first big like country bonfire where it was just this massive big fire in the middle of a field. It was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Uh I did that, had some, and then earlier that day, we went to, my one friend was like, "Hey, let's," I'm like, "Oh, let's go get some food. I'm hungry." And they're like, "All right, but what do you want to do?" I'm like, "I don't care. Surprise me." So we go to a Japanese market, and I got like a little like eat-in restaurant kind of deal. I got smoked salmon, so it's just rice uh, and smoked salmon. Nothing super crazy because I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not. The smoked salmon was very good. I had sushi for the first time,
Nice.
and then I spent too much money on like Japanese candy and stuff in the market that they had next door.
Hell yeah.
It was
Hold on, I
cool. It
got
was a cool experience.
hold on, I got a big piss. All right. But anyway, folks. Where else did I eat? I got a fucking acai bowl.
Oh, how
One of
was
those
that?
one of those fancy ass like fruity ass ice creams. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I'm a big fruit man, so I enjoyed that there was a lot of fruit. God, I love fruit. Fruit is the best. I wish I could just eat fruit exclusively for the rest of my life, but that would be prohibitively expensive. Because the good fruits, they don't come cheap. Fucking grapes, bro. Get out of here. God,
Wait,
I love
grapes?
grapes. Yeah, grapes are expensive.
What's your favorite fruit?
It's a hard call between grapes and kiwis.
Oh, kiwis are great though. Mine is kiwis and strawberries.
Not a you see, I like
Starfruit is
strawberries,
pretty
but
good. Have
I'm
you had
not.
anything crazy like starfruit?
I've not had starfruit. I
Dude,
always wanted to try
starfruit
it.
is a sweet citrusy flavor, but not orange citrus. If that makes any, that's the best I can do.
Interesting.
Starfruit's pretty good. I haven't had dragon fruit yet outside of just drinks, but
Yeah, I've drank a dragon fruit beverage and enjoyed it, but I've never eaten a dragon fruit.
I want to though. They're in stores. Like it's a summer fruit though. Same with starfruit.
It's one of those fruits though that I feel like it's not going to compare to like just drinking it. Like
No,
that's
it's
like
not. The
mangoes for
drink is so
me.
much better just because of all the sugar that they add to it. But
That's mangoes for me. Is like mango flavored shit. I fucking adore and will suck down like nobody's business. But just regular mangoes, I don't dig the texture, and they're not as sweet as I feel like they should be. Fucking peaches are kind of like that too, but you can get good peaches. It depends on the peach. A lot of peaches are shit, but every once in a while you get a nice peach. You know?
Peaches are okay. I'm not a big fan of peaches.
Mango and peach are like my two favorite like fruit flavors for fruit flavored things to be, but I'm not like into the fruit as much.
I will say kiwis are good, but kiwi flavored drinks aren't as good as the actual fruit.
That's right. It's the opposite thing with kiwis, 100%.
Same with strawberries, to be fair.
Well, because those are usually paired. I don't think I've ever had a kiwi flavored beverage that was not kiwi strawberry. I think that's where they're going wrong because they're offsetting the nice like sour kiwi taste with the strawberry taste.
Are there
I,
actual kiwi? I go on Amazon and get kiwi drinks. Is that a thing?
there's got to be kiwi drinks. They have to be out there. Nah, bro, but I'll fuck up kiwis for real. I might have like a very minor allergy to them, to be honest. It's not anything like threatening, but my mouth does like burn if I eat too much kiwi. But despite that, I did eat like a whole box of them walking home. I just floated into a local grocery store because I happened to be like right there because it's like right next to the movie theater, and I just seen a movie, and I just went there for like a drink or whatever, and there was like a box of kiwis for pretty cheap, and I bought it and I ate like the whole box on the way home.
Have I just discovered a conspiracy?
But there's no kiwi drinks.
You can't get kiwi. There's no kiwi drinks. It's
It's
always
all
kiwi guava,
strawberry or kiwi
kiwi
java. Yeah.
strawberry. Do kiwis not exist outside of the fruit? Because there's nothing.
Well, because I guess kiwis aren't as juiceable. Maybe.
You can juice a kiwi. How do they? You can juice a kiwi. How do you get strawberry kiwi?
Yeah, but like,
Why is there no kiwi
there's no
flavor?
strawberry regular normal drinks either, because you can't just like juice strawberries. There's
Yeah,
not
but if I go
enough.
look up strawberry drinks, I guarantee you they're not going to show me strawberry kiwi.
They'll show you strawberry a bunch of things. Well, no, I guess you can get strawberry carbonated water, so that's real. But
Strawberry lemonade, strawberry banana, strawberry kiwi. Nah, here we go. Strawberry drink mix. Fourth one
okay,
down. Straight strawberry.
interesting.
You got strawberry dreams, monster,
Fucking kiwi conspiracy. Bro, Kiwi
strawberry
Monster would go hard. The Monster Corporation. Listen here, buddy. Are you listening to me, Kevin Monster, CEO of Monster? Because I've
Yeah,
got
there's
an
strawberry
idea.
milk. Yeah, no. There's strawberry milk. There's strawberry sun-kissed Fanta.
Yeah, you're probably right. Why aren't there any kiwi drinks? What the fuck?
It's a conspiracy. Kiwis
I
don't
feel like a
exist.
kiwi soda would go hard. I would drink the shit out of a kiwi soda.
Kiwi soda. No, the first thing that shows up is strawberry kiwi.
Yeah, the fuck.
Kiwi strawberry, kiwi strawberry. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Did I find something? Nope. Man, that's crazy. There's no. Okay. I guess we found a conspiracy going on. There's no kiwis.
The fuck.
Kiwis don't exist.
The government hid all the kiwi juice from us.
Did you know we're gonna get new bananas soon?
Yo, new bananas are dropping.
Dude, that's the exact phrase I've been using is new bananas are dropping. But
Yo.
it's real though. Have you heard about this? So I'm doing this off the top of my head, so I'm not reading anything.
Okay.
So you know how bananas taste different than artificial bananas, right?
Yeah.
It's because the flavor of the artificial bananas used to be an actual fruit, but we've genetically modified the bananas so much to where the flavors no longer match up.
Oh. Okay.
And we've done that about 3 times now. And the current banana that we have is kind of dying out and going extinct. So I think there's a new banana is going to drop soon.
I'm
Because
down.
bananas used to have giant seeds in them, and they used to be short.
I'm down for
But
new banana.
but they genetically modified it to where it no longer grows with the seed, and they made them longer as well, so they could sell more and produce more banana. But that's also why bananas don't taste the same as banana flavored uh, like candy and stuff like that, because they're two different kinds of bananas that are getting used. But the current ones are dying out, so I think they're going to drop a new one. Might see a new banana soon.
Hope it's as good as the old banana. I love bananas. I don't want my bananas to get worse. Bro, bananas cannot survive around me. I'll fuck up some bananas.
Oh, I bet you will.
My mom buys like bags of bananas sometimes, like 5 bananas, gone in a day.
I hate bananas.
How dare you?
I hate them. I hate them. I can't stand the smell, the taste, the texture, everything. I hate everything about them.
That's how dare you? I cannot believe this. Gabby, bro. My fucking cat, bro. Always meowing outside the door and shit. She's not allowed in this room because she pooped on the floor right in front of me once, so it's not she's not allowed in here anymore. But yeah, so anyway, to continue the culinary adventure, and the adventure in general. So Saturday I went to my dad's. And we got some like pizza place for dinner, had like sandwiches. I got a pastrami sandwich. It was great. Can't really go wrong with pastrami. Had a nice pastrami sandwich. I was kind of pissed it didn't have cheese on it. I figured it would come with it, or I would have asked. But it was good still.
Okay.
And so I went to my dad's. This is the first time I've seen my dad since I was like fucking 13. And you know, it ended up being very, very enjoyable. I was very glad to see him. I figured it would be. And like the one thing, right? The thing with like my situation with my father, like it's always been, I've talked about it plenty. I've talked about how my father abandoned me, yada yada yada. But like I never like wasn't talking to the man. It's just he lives in a different state. We really I wasn't really traveling. So we just didn't see each other. And in that situation, it's always like the thought in your mind is like, how much does he care, right? Like, because that's all I want to know. Like, is he thinking about me as he sits up there? And immediately, right? So I get there, and it's been and the house has my aunt, my cousin, and my dad. And they all are like disabled in their own way. So like they don't go anywhere really. And they just watch TV all day, especially my dad because he can't work anymore because he is down a big toe and another toe also. And so they sit there and they watch TV all day every day. That's their number one activity. And fucking I walk into my dad's bedroom and what is there? Right above the TV where his eyes are almost 24/7, but a picture of me and my siblings. And that immediately sold it. I was like, okay, so he does think about me because he has to because he put a picture of me fucking where he looks all day. So there you go.
That's sweet though.
Yes. So I was immediately insecure in that my father cared about me, and I enjoyed a pleasant weekend with the man. We went to this like crazy ass sub shop that puts all this like insane shit on their subs. They're putting like fucking mozzarella sticks and fries and fucking jalapeno poppers on their subs and shit. Not as good as I was hoping, to be honest. Like it wasn't bad. Like I went there twice, like on purpose. But like it definitely I think they could have been heavier on the sauce. I think was the main problem because I got a buffalo chicken sandwich the first time and it had like buffalo chicken and like French fries and fucking jalapeno poppers on there. And I think the buffalo sauce wasn't wet enough was the problem. The sandwich was like it felt really dry. The only times it was like wet enough that was when I got a bite of jalapeno popper. So I think that was my main criticism. Then I got like this weird Philly steak with like fries and fucking mozzarella sticks on it and barbecue sauce, and they did not put enough barbecue sauce on it. So this place just needs some more sauce in its life, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed. My father made me breakfast one day while I was there. He made fucking eggs and toast and or not toast. It was like these nice English muffins from the grocery store, like honey wheat, whatever the fuck they were. They were really good. And corned beef hash, which that shit is fucking top tier, legendary. So that was enjoyable. I got to eat some grapes there because I I got them from my aunt's house. My aunt's the aunt that I didn't stay with. My aunt's husband was like shoving all the leftover shit on us immediately. Like he did not want any of the shit from like the get together left at the house. He was like, who's taking this? Somebody take this. You want to take this? You want these?" I ended up taking like a box of donuts and grapes. And I almost took a big bag of candy, but then my mother was like, "Hey, do you want to kill your father? You realize he's diabetic?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're probably right." So I did not take the giant bag of candy. I let my mother have that. But I took some donuts and I took a bag of grapes. Uh, and I like grapes a lot, so I enjoyed my grapes. He also had this the morning that I left. We just had cereal. I mean, he had this fucking limited edition. I don't know if it was limited. Well, it is limited edition because it was holiday. But it was fucking great Charlie Brown Great Pumpkin cereal, but it was not pumpkin flavored. Weirdly enough, being a cereal based on the Charlie Brown movie about the Great Pumpkin. It was just like Halloween themed cereal, but it was vanilla flavored, and that shit fucking slapped, bro. I might have to make a trip to like Amazon.com, see if I can buy some boxes of this fucking Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown cereal, because that shit slapped. I was not prepared for a fucking Charlie Brown brand deal cereal to go this hard. That's my recommendation of the day, folks. Get the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown cereal.
That's unfortunate. It's not up there.
That's not on Amazon.
No.
Damn it.
Maybe if I go to Google and see if I can find it, because I'm kind of curious. That's at Walmart.
Okay, I didn't know if it would still be at Walmart because of the passage of Halloween.
Mm, it might still be there, but
But the
you can go
last
on
place I could
eBay.
think of, true. The last place I could think of that we went to this nice like bar and grill place. And I went there with a bunch of people. It was probably the biggest dinner table I was at the whole time. Well, I guess it wasn't a dinner table at the get together. It was just a bunch of like crackers and shit, and grapes and donuts. But besides that, I went to this nice place with my father, his sister, so my aunt, and then my cousin, her daughter, and my second cousin, her granddaughter, and her daughter's husband as well. And we all had a nice dinner. I had some steak tips. They were very good. I decided to try to get wine with my steak tips. I know there is wine out there that I like, but I don't know what kind. And I took a chance. I was like, maybe rosé will be what I like. It was not. The rosé sucked,
Hell
but
is wrong with you? What's wrong with rosé?
it was gross.
What brand?
I don't fucking know.
What did it say on the bottle?
I didn't see the bottle. I got it in a glass.
Oh, did you get it from a restaurant?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's where you screwed up, buddy.
What is restaurant wine just inherently not good?
Sometimes it's tricky.
I just don't like the taste of alcohol. Like I know there are wines out there that are sweet enough that get around it because I've had it before. I've had good wine before, but I gotta find it again. I gotta figure out what kind of wine it was because I don't know. I'm on the quest to find that wine that I like, and it was not rosé as it turns out.
That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate, bud. I'm sure I can introduce you to a decent amount of wine if you come up here.
It's just a fucking wine taste table.
Yeah, we could do
Hmm.
a YouTube video, wine tasting.
This one has an ashy. I'm trying to think of like
We don't
word.
have to be dickheads about it.
I'm
We
trying
could
to
just
think of
taste
like
wine for a YouTube
words
video.
that like wine snobs use. Like
It's very
this is
earthy. It's got
this
a
is very
good taste to it. I don't know. We'll
hmm.
have to look up. Yeah, if you come up here, we'll do a wine tasting video.
We have to wear monocles and fake mustaches and say a lot. hmm. We had to do like the lip smacking thing a lot. It's like hmm, very very earthy, very smoky.
And Smoky works, I think. Smoky's more for like
Whiskey.
whiskey and bourbon.
What was that thing that I don't remember if it was Sean or Dick who said that thing about whiskey that was like really silly, but also apparently accurate according to whiskey drinkers.
I don't remember.
I think it was Dick. I think he says like it's like a beautiful woman like breathing cigar smoke into your mouth or something to that effect.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, because I remember it was Dick because I remember it was Sean who was like, "Wow, that's very accurate. That makes me want to drink whiskey now." Actually, man, I wish did not hate alcohol as much as I do.
It's an acquired taste.
It's grody, bro.
What kind of alcohol do you like? You like wine coolers?
I don't think I've ever had wine coolers.
Like Mike's?
Is that what a wine cooler, like a Mike's Harder Lemonade, is a wine
Yeah,
cooler?
basically.
Yeah, I've had a Mike's. I can do a Mike's.
Mike's are pretty
Uh,
good.
Twisted Tea is pretty good.
You gotta try the Jack Daniels wine coolers. Those are pretty good.
Fucking Smirnoff Green Apple is the best, but it does not get you drunk. I drank like 2 entire bottles of it, and I was slightly tipsy. Maybe,
I
kind
feel like
of.
you and I could have a really good drinking contest to see who can drink the most. I feel like that would be very interesting.
That would be very
With
interesting.
your weight and my tolerance, I feel like that's a very good combination to
Very a
see
good
who.
matchup.
I feel like that would be a good matchup.
I know what's too much for me. I haven't found my good like medium yet. Cause like
It takes time.
there was that night at the house, like when I had my big night of debauchery, but like I also had several other drugs in my system, so I don't know what was doing what. So that night was good, but I don't know how much of that was the alcohol over like the weed. But then there's every other time I fucking drink. I barely ever get any like drunk at all. There was one time that I just went hog wild and I blacked out. And that was I had a like jumbo sized Mike's Harder lemonade, a sour grape Four Loco, and I think like 5 light beers.
Okay, so if we do a drinking contest, there's gonna be none of that.
The light beers sucked, but like I got drunk enough after the first one that they were just kind of like water.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
And then I just started banging down. Cause in my mind, I'm like, I'm so like I drink and like, cause drinks are expensive. And I fucking drink a bunch and I pay a bunch for the drinks, and then I don't even get drunk because I have too much tolerance because of how much I fucking weigh. So I'm like, if I don't keep drinking, I'm not gonna be drunk. And I'm drunk while I'm thinking that, but because I'm drunk, I'm not thinking straight enough to realize that I'm drunk enough. So I just kept pounding those light beers back, and then I woke up in my bed several hours later and did not remember how I got there. I was on the, because I have my bedroom where like my actual bed is, and then I
Yeah.
have my room where like my TV and like my computer and shit is. And that's where I was when I was drinking. I was watching YouTube in that room. And then I woke up in my bed on the other side of the house, having no idea how I got there or what I did in the interim.
That's happened before.
And then I threw up a bunch. I need to find more drinks I like. I used to I when I was like in my young drinking days when I just started drinking, I was into Fireball. And the last time I bought Fireball, it wasn't very good.
Gross.
I know. I know.
You should be ashamed of yourself for drinking that in the first place.
I know. I know.
As long as you know your mistake.
I guess I haven't had this in a while. The fucking peppermint schnapps was pretty good.
I'm not a really big
I
fan
had
of
that
peppermint
once.
though.
You're not into peppermint?
Not really.
The hell? Peppermint's based.
That good.
I wish Smirnoff Green Apple was alcoholier. Because God, that shit is like I could just drink that shit all day. Like
Higher proof.
not even a little bit of alcohol bitterness with Smirnoff Green Apple. But to get drunk off of it, I would have to buy like fucking 6 bottles. Because I drank 2 entire bottles, and then I was just kind of like a little bit giggly. But it did almost nothing to me. I moderated an entire debate afterward, and I was fine. So
That's impressive.
yeah, but yeah, I had a good trip. I have an idea for like a more kind of like introspective and like emotional video essay I might write about it. Just briefly, without getting into detail, in case I do make that video. Like there was definitely a feeling. There was definitely a feeling of like, wow, I I feel more at home here than I do in fucking Florida. Because I don't think I've ever felt at home in Florida, to be honest. I fucking hate it here. And then just
Yeah,
like immediately in Massachusetts, which is where I was born. It's where I'm blood bound. I was like, something about this just feels right.
that's good though.
I was sad to go. I was born to be a northerner and forced to be a southerner.
And you've acclimated yourself to being a southerner, which is rough.
My mother said we were gonna move, and I very clearly told her goo goo gaga, but she didn't listen to me
She
and
didn't
moved
listen.
anyway.
It's her fault.
I was very clear when I looked her dead in the eyes and I said goo blah blah, and she didn't even take it into consideration.
It's very selfish of her to not even consider your goo goos and your gagas.
Man, I don't know. I'm a northern man, which is why I'm gonna move to Ohio. That's north, right? That's northish.
Ohio is north, yes.
Okay, I'm
There's
coming
nothing
home,
above
boys.
Ohio.
I'm coming home to the north.
Coming home. All right,
Man,
we've been going for about a half hour. Is there anything else?
a half hour? I think we've been
Hour and a
going for
half.
an hour and a half. Yeah, no,
I think we could wrap it up.
I think we can wrap up. Yep,
It's a little low energy this week, but it's all right.
that's okay.
You carried this week, but I mean, Riley's big adventure. So
I saw the Marvels.
yeah, I saw on Twitter you were looking for the only other person who's seen the Marvels.
Yeah, that was a good demi. That was a certified demi gloom banger of a reply. Yes, it's
I saw that on Twitter. I've
pretty
been
good.
wrapped up
Pretty
in the Dick
good.
Show and Biggest Problem, so you can't count on me to see any other kind of media outside of those two podcasts.
Understandable. Understandable. They did a review of the Marvels. Dick and
I'm
Vito
trying to wrap
did.
it up. I got less than 100, buddy. Less than 100 episodes on both shows.
It's their fun little spin-off show that they do once every fucking 6 months when they finally get off their asses and see a movie. I liked the Marvels. I don't know. People can't take anything I say with any amount of certainty because I also liked the first Captain Marvel, which everybody hated, but I thought it
Yeah.
was great. I
I'm
think it's
sure if I can get past the fact that Brie Larson is the lead, I'm sure the movie would be good.
oh yeah, Brie Larson's a bitch, but like I don't
I can't
care.
get past that fact of like she's always talking out of her ass.
Well, the thing is, Alex, I'm the biggest advocate in the world for art from artists. So Brie Larson is small potatoes when a lot of the artists I enjoy are like literally pedophiles. So I can get past Brie Larson being a little bit of a bitch.
It's really funny that you bring up pedophiles. Did you hear Dream is under accusations now?
He's been under accusations for a long time. What is it now?
He was on stream saying he's DMing minors.
Okay,
That's all. That's all I saw on Twitter.
well, you could DM minors without DMing minors.
You're not supposed to talk to kids. Once you turn over 18, you can't talk to kids anymore.
I still talk to kids.
You can't do that. You're not allowed.
Fucking Andrew's still a kid.
Yeah,
He won't be in a month, but he still is now.
a pedophile.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. No, I'm not gonna call. I get it. I know. I know. I'm not gonna throw you under the bus. Um, where was this going? What did you
Uh,
say before I brought up Dream? Because apparently that's been going on for a while.
Oh, we were talking about the Marvels and how Brie Larson is a bitch. But yeah, I follow plenty of artists who have been canceled for various things, but I still consume their art because I am the biggest advocate in the world for art from artists. So Brie Larson being a little bit of a pretentious asshole does not affect my enjoyment of her movie performances whatsoever.
That's understandable. Maybe I'll watch it on my next run through of the MCU.
I also really like Miss Marvel. I need to finish that show. I only got halfway through. But I think the girl they casted, I don't know her name. I couldn't be asked. But the girl they casted as Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, I think she is very good.
Isn't that the Latina girl?
I know she's like Indian.
Indian? I thought she was Latina.
No,
She's
is Indian
non-white.
is or Hindu or something. She's in some sort of like. I wish I was. I feel like it's racist that I don't remember because it's definitely a very centralizing theme in the show. What she is, but I couldn't tell you if it's like Indian or fucking Hindu or whatever it is. It's one of them, you know,
I still haven't seen.
in
I
that
still
general
haven't seen
area.
She-Hulk yet either.
Oh, I don't think I want to see She-Hulk. I listened to a podcast that recapped and reviewed all of She-Hulk, and that's all I needed.
That's fair.
And I only did it because Mumkey was doing it, and I was listening to every podcast he put out at the time.
Ah, so you pander. Got it.
What do you mean?
You're always pandering
What does that mean? Pandering? I'm listening to a podcast. How is that pandering?
because a person you follow said go do it.
Well, yeah, because he made it. It's not
Well,
that he
yeah,
said go
but
do
like,
it. It's that he posted it on his channel, and I was like, oh, yes, I will click on that.
okay. I don't think I have anything else like current event wise. I mean, I covered everything I pretty much wanted to.
Well, there you go, folks. Thanks for listening. Where can I find you on the internet, Alex?
If you're not already listening to Detour Ahead on the Kolichu YouTube channel, you can find it there. And a bunch of other videos that I make there. And you can find me on Twitter as Kolichu54.
Hell yeah.
Riely.
linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's Riely Cinematic Universe. Got all sorts of shit you can click on and go watch and listen to, including The Issue Crew, which is a show where me and a rotating cast
A
of six
Roku
other
cast.
a Roku cast. A rotating cast of six other co-hosts, although a lot of them just don't show up anymore. But what can you do? What can you do? Uh, but we talk about issues every week. We bring in some issues that you can go vote on. You can be the arbiter of who wins, of who's the winner. You decide who won, who's next. You decide. We want you to come listen to the Issue Crew and vote on the issues, and you can do that at youtube.com/@theissuecrew or anchor.fm/issue crew or podcast platform, Spotify, Apple, all that stuff. It's pretty cool and good, and you should listen to it. Alex was on an episode recently, and it was perhaps one of our best episodes in history.
It was a great episode. Definitely go check that out.
But that's it, gamers. Thank you for listening to Detour Head. I've been Riley.
I have been Alex.
Fuck. Blah. We'll see you next week.
Way to fuck up the ending with your yawn, buddy.
God damn it.
Way to fuck it up. Way to fumble.